Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Welcome to Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Theater.
My lords and ladies, geeks, geekarellas, geekulas, and geekaritas, I am Lord Blood-Rah, and this is Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater. Tonight's film is a throwback in many ways. One, it's an old-style voodoo zombie film made way before George Romero's Night of the Living Dead changed the definition of zombie forever. And two, it's from a time when African-American performers were mostly relegated to stereotypical servant roles and comic relief in mainstream and B movies. Well, tonight, from 1941, it's the Poverty Row relic King of the Zombies. King of the Zombies stars Mantan Moreland, a popular black vaudeville comedian of the day genre fans may recognize as the Mailman from the cult classic Spider Baby. He was also well known in the 1940s on screen as Birmingham Brown, the chauffeur in the popular Charlie Chan film series. Here he is from one of the Charlie Chan films, doing a sketch he popularized on the vaudeville stage with his comic partner, Ben Carter, the interruption routine.
Well, if it ain't,
Ben Carter's my name.
Benjamin Carter, yeah. Boy, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you since...
Longer than that.
Yeah?
The last time I saw you, you was living over...
Oh, I moved from there.
Yeah?
Sure, I moved over to,
How can you live in that neighborhood?
I don't know.
Now, where I'm living, I only pay...
It ain't that cheap, is it?
Sure it is.
Hey, look here.
What?
Is you still married?
No, I divorced her.
Yeah? I know you have a lot of...
You got me wrong. You got me wrong. I got married again.
No kidding.
I sure did.
Yeah?
Say, not changing the subject. Have you got a...
No, I don't smoke.
No.
Hey, look here. Wasn't you in the...
Yeah, but I got an honorable discharge.
You did?
I sure did.
What was the matter?
Well, I developed a kind of...
Oh, that's a terrible pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts right along...
No, more in the back.
Yeah? What are you doing for it?
Well, I was taking some...
Don't take them, Ben. They'll make you sleep.
Yeah?
Sure. Now, what you should have taken...
I did.
You know what?
What?
That's how come I like to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because me and you seem to agree with each other.
We sure do it.
Yeah. I wonder...
Oh, it's about...
Is it that late?
It sure is.
Well, thank you.
I'll be seeing you, huh?
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bonsoir.
Manana.
Come and tell the food.
Who's your friend?
He didn't say.
Huh?
No, you didn't say.
My lords and ladies, this film shows some outdated and often objectionable racial portrayals that were common in 1941. We can look at it today and shake our heads at the attitudes of the past, but we should also be able to enjoy the work of this seasoned comedic performer. Well, here, starring Mantan Moreland, along with Dick Purcell and John Archer, is King of the Zombies.
McCarthy calling. McCarthy calling. Hello?
Any luck, Mac?
Nah, I can't even scare up a news broadcast.
Where do you think we are?
Search me. We lost a beam hours ago. Probably somewhere between Cuba and Puerto Rico.
Is it that bad?
It ain't good.
Uh-oh. I knowed I wasn't cut out to be no blackbird.
If you had those weather gadgets you all set up, we wouldn't have gotten into this mess.
Now, if that new Navy base gets a weather bureau now, it'll be a miracle.
But, Mr. Bill, is this the spot where Admiral Wainwright's plane turned up missing last week?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Look out, Admiral. Here we come.
Try to contact him again, Mac.
Hello? McCarthy calling. Plane C-108 calling. Why don't somebody answer? We're lost, do you hear? Lost. Not a murmur.
How's the gas holding out?
That's something else again.
Well, there are plenty of small islands down here. Better go down, find a spot for landing.
That's what I'll... Wait a minute. There's something coming in. That's a new lingo to me. I don't understand it.
Think we're near a radio station?
Well, the way it's coming in, we must be right over that transmitter.
Well, that's a break.
Well, I'm going down and take a look. Hold on, boys. There's a clearing ahead. I think I can make it.
Think. Did you say think? Rest in peace. If that means what I think it means, they sure don't waste no time around here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They can't do this here to me. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Now let me out of here.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Good gracious. Is that you, Mr. Bill? Did they have you in a hole, too?
What are you talking about? What do you mean, have me in a hole?
Ain't we dead?
Of course we're not dead.
I thought I was a little off-color to be a ghost.
Oh, there's no such thing as ghosts, Jeff.
Eh? Well, what's that then?
That's no ghost. Come on.
I can't. My foot done took the root.
What are you trying to do? Scare us to death? Hey, you're hurt.
I'm all right. Just a crack on the noggin. Where are we?
Search me. It looks like somebody's marble orchard.
Graveyard. It's a fine spot for a crack-up.
Well, let's look around. Somebody must live around here. Come on.
Quiet, will you? What you trying to do? Wake up the dead?
What's the matter? Do you hear something?
No, sir. Just my heart trying to jump out of my chest.
That's drums.
Drums. That's my cue for me to start parading out of here.
Creepy looking place.
Sure dark. Suppose anybody lives in there?
Isn't that haunted house? If they do, they sleep on slabs.
Well, let's find out.
Not me. You're going in there. I ain't going in that mausoleum. I'm going to stay right here until I change my mind. Oh, wait a minute. I done changed my mind.
Ring the bell, Jeff.
Oh, Mr. Bill, you the one who wants to go in there. You ring the bell. sound like an ice cream man.
Nobody here.
Who's there?
Welcome to my humble home.
Thank you. We were just...
I know. Your plane crashed in the jungle.
Oh, yes. How did you know?
Very little happens on this island that I do not know about. Mama, we have guests. Prepare the library. Have these gentlemen's bags brought in. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. May I introduce myself? I'm Dr. Michael Sangley, late of Vienna. Follow me, Jim.
Mr. Bill, let's get out of here.
Oh, don't be silly, Jeff. Go on.
Oh, that man ain't no doctor. There's something wrong here. Well, that's Slim Galley.
Now, first of all, anytime you're in a dark, mysterious house and you see someone descend a dark staircase holding a candle, you can bet they're going to cause you some problems. The same is true of anyone named Sangre. That's the Spanish word for blood. And, did he call his butler Mama?
Mama, we have guests.
I think we better keep an eye on that guy.
Okay, banga banga.
Since when do you talk a native language?
I just started today.
Well, what do you say?
What do you say? I don't even know what I said.
Do I, baby? Of course I do. Duke Mitchell and Sammy Petrillo turn an island paradise into the zaniest madhouse in the 7 seas. Charlita puts a gleam in Duke Mitchell's eyes. Your smile only added life to your masquerade. Muriel Landers puts the whammy on Sammy.
Sammy! Run for your life! Go on, get out of here. Run for your life.
Ramona, the romantic chimp, takes off on a romantic chase of her own.
Strange, but interesting.
Really think so? What a charming compliment.
Bela Lugosi finds the perfect subject to turn a gorilla into a goof, and versa versa.
Look, what are you trying to tell me? I don't understand a word. What am I, dumb or something? Don't answer that. Now look, Duke Mitchell, I'm running this game, you understand? And don't talk back. Yeah, now put it on, because we gotta get out that door.
Larry!
From the exotic geisha houses of Tokyo to the back alleys of the Ginza Strip comes the terrifying news of a fiendish creature that threatens to destroy all who stand in his way. This is the frightening story of an American reporter in Tokyo who unwittingly became the victim of a shocking scientific experiment that turned him into a horrible mutant, half man, half monster, the Manster.
I think I know where he's going, to Taras. Follow me.
Right. There's panic in the streets as the unheard-of terror of a half-man, half-monster runs wild through the city. There he goes! Don't miss The Manster, a genuine thriller in the most frightening sense of the word.
As we return to King of the Zombies, our 3 plane crash survivors have met the immediately untrustworthy Dr. Sangre and his servant, whom he rather unsettlingly calls Mama. Let's see how things develop. This film, produced in 1941, contains outdated and objectionable depictions of black individuals and culture. It is, as all entertainment, a product of its time, and not of today.
You must forgive us, please, if we seem unprepared. Visitors are rare in this house.
I'm afraid we're the ones to apologize, Doctor, for walking in on you like this.
Not at all. It's a pleasure, I can assure you.
Well, I'm Bill Summers. This is Mr. McCarthy.
Well, I know you, Doc.
My valet, Jefferson.
Jefferson Jackson is my name. You see, I was named after my grandpappy. He was the president of the Knights of the Pink Garters.
Ah, you have been hurt.
Ah, it's nothing. Just a crack on the head.
Nothing, you say. The slightest injury on this island often proves fatal.
What do you mean?
The climate, and yet?
Yet what?
They say that evil spirits lurk here, waiting to prey on the injured.
Ha! That's a lot of bunk.
Maybe. How about a spot of brandy to warm me up?
Fine.
Mamba.
Oh, Mamba. Okay. This guy is still really weird, though.
Run, Brand. My servant intrigues you.
Is that one of the spears that you was talking about?
Mamba, no. It's true he reflects the mood of this house, but he's not as sinister as he looks. Gentlemen, the finest brandy in all Europe. I brought it here myself. To your arrival. A most fortunate accident for me.
I'm afraid our arrival was no accident.
You mean to say you came here purposely?
No, not in the sense you mean. You see, we were on our way to the Bahamas when the storm blew us off our course. We heard your broadcast, so here we are.
Broadcast?
Hmm?
You must be mistaken. There was no broadcast from this island. Your ears must have played you tricks. There is no radio within miles of here. However, boats do stop here fairly often.
How often?
Well, the next one is due in about 2 weeks' time. However, I hope you will be my guest in the meantime.
I'm afraid we'll have to, Doctor. Thank you.
Well, that's settled then. Now, let me show you to your rooms.
Didn't we just leave him downstairs in the library?
Oh, he wanted to make sure that your room was warm and comfortable before you got here.
He sure gets around fast, don't he?
Mr. Summers, this is your room. Mr. McCarthy's. Your quarters adjoin.
Excuse me, Mr. Doctor, but didn't you forget something?
I think not.
No?
No.
What about me?
You will be taken care of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
In the servants' quarters. Mumbo will show you the way.
Mumbo? That goblin? Do I have to go with him alone?
He won't hurt you if he likes you.
And if he don't? Oh, Mr. Bill, does I have to? Can I stay up here with you?
No. You understand. I don't wish to be harsh, but it might set a bad example for the other servants.
Certainly. It'll be all right, Jeff.
For who?
Mamba. Dieser Kaffer nach unten.
You ain't by any chance a member of the Mystic Knight of the Pink Garters, is you? No? Harlem never was like this.
Dinner at 8 o'clock. Make yourselves at home. And I'll get something for your head, Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Doctor.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think. Are you sure we were flying over this island when we picked up that broadcast?
I'd swear to it on a stack of Bibles. And you notice the lingo he was talking to that banshee?
You mean it was the same?
Nothing else but. It was the same blather we heard on the radio, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same voice.
Oh, pardon me. I should have knocked. Here you are, Mr. McCarthy. Your head will be as good as new in no time.
Phew. If it was in me, I sure would be pale now.
Samantha.
Well, I do declare. Hello there, Bright Eyes. Where did you come from?
Alabama.
Alabama. Ain't that nice? After gallivanting around with a hatchet face, you is a pleasant surprise.
Is you my little associate?
Is I? Well, if I ain't, that's what I'm thinking of. Hey, who's that, Methuselah?
Kahama.
I know a museum that would give a fortune just to have her under glass.
What's a museum?
That's where they keep dead things.
Oh, like here.
Hmm? What's cooking?
That's brew.
Brew? Home brew at this day and age? Why, don't you people know that prohibition has been repealed?
Taste.
I don't care if I do.
How's it taste?
I don't know, but it ain't kosher. What's it for?
It's a magic potion for scaring away the evil spirits.
Evil spirits? Good gracious of me. Well, it is evil spirits around here.
Why, sure. The place is crawling with them. And that ain't all.
What, there's more?
More? You ain't heard nothing. Just wait till you see the zombies.
Zombies? What's them?
Dead folks. What walks around?
They does? Here?
Especially here.
Why here especially?
Because this is where they grows the best. They's all over this place. And all you have to do is clap your hands, and they comes a-running.
Who is they? Who is they?
Zombies.
Wow!
What kept you so long?
Wow! Mr. Bill! Mr. Bill! Mr. Bill!
What's the matter, Jack?
I seen them.
You saw what?
They're all over the place. They're everywhere.
What's everywhere?
Hands, big black ones with frozen faces, with eyes that looks at you and they don't see nothing.
What's he talking about?
Oh, zombies. Mr. Bill, let's get out of here. Why, this place is a walking cemetery.
Wait a minute, Jeff. What's this all about? What's a zombie?
Well, a zombie, there's, Mr. Bill, there's...
The living dead. The living dead?
That's it. That's what it is. Dead folks was too lazy to lay down.
Your servant seems to have learned a lot in the short time he has been here.
Nothing I ain't willing to unlearn just as quick.
I'm afraid Jeff's been seeing things.
Ain't it the truth?
Where did you see these zombies?
Mr. Bill, I saw them down into the kitchen. They walked in there just like they owned the place.
Undoubtedly some of my servants.
No, sir, not them babies. Why, they is fugitives from the undertakers.
If it is true what he says, it might be amusing to see these creatures for ourselves. In the kitchen, you said?
Yes, sir. That's where I seen them.
Shall we investigate?
Oh, sounds a little crazy. Sorry with me, I guess. How about you, Mac?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Superstition plays a very important part in the life of these West Indian natives. Puss. This is our kitchen. Crude and rather antiquated, but adequate for our simple needs. Samantha.
Yes, master?
Have you seen any zombies here?
No, master.
Have you, Tahama?
Tahama cooks for the living, not the dead.
You see?
You better get yourself a pair of glasses, Jeff.
Oh, Mr. Bill, I don't need no glasses. I saw them with my own eyes. Samantha, you were standing right beside of me when them two perishables walked in.
The only perishable thing around here is you, big boy. You've been dreaming.
Dreaming? I never dreamt a dream like that in my wildest nightmares. Mr. Bill, they was the real McCoy.
He tasted my brew. Made him drunk.
Oh, Mr. Bill, don't pay no attention to her. I wasn't drunk. You got to believe me.
You better take it easy, Jeff, and lay off that brew.
Now that we have convinced ourselves there were no zombies here, let's retire to the library.
That's for me.
No, you stay here. Look out for more zombies.
I don't like that guy.
Gentlemen, the finest brandy in all Europe. I brought it here myself.
No?
No.
What about me?
You will be taken care of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
In the servants' quarters.
Can I stay up here with you?
No. You understand. I don't wish to be harsh, but it might set a bad example for the other servants. Samantha.
Yes, master?
Doomed to produce a race of ever-living monstrosities, such as this thing. Worse, can a ruthless woman of great wealth buy this living flesh so she may live on like the vampire of legend? Deep underground in this chamber of horrors, bodies are for sale, the bodies of young girls. And this is the buyer. Girls are experimented on like animals in this house of horror, where the only escape is death. Strange legends tell of vampires that crawl from graves. Does the world again face this monstrosity?
An evil reborn from the grave of Frankenstein, bringing a macabre nightmare to a teenage world of rock and roll emotions. For the first time, a female descendant of the infamous Frankenstein, deadlier, more terrifying than ever before. He needed her kiss to satisfy his desire, but he wanted her soul for the fiendish creation that was to rule the earth in terror.
I'm sure of one thing. You better hurry before the brain cells are damaged completely.
Frankenstein's daughter. Now everything was ready. Who would be his first victim? Who will feel the cold sting of death?
Kill him! Call her off. Don't make me shoot. Go ahead and shoot. You can't even feel it. Kill him! Back! Get back! Kill him!
For the most suspenseful and gripping moments you have ever spent, see this masterpiece of Scream a Second Terror.
As we return to King of the Zombies, the menacing and openly racist Dr. Sangre has convinced the others that Jeff did not see the zombies he definitely saw, with the help of his frightened servants.
Look out for more zombies.
Woman, you is a prevaricator.
Don't you prevaricate me. You didn't see no zombies. You just think you did.
Think. I don't think that good. I seen them and you did too. You told me that all I had to do was to clap.
Stop him! Don't do that.
I thought so.
Mister, that's something that ain't never no good for nobody to do no time. Much less going around blabbing off your big mouth about.
You mean that Mr. Sanders don't like for nobody to know that he got zombies around here?
That's right.
How come? What'd he do, grow them?
No, but he sure cultivates them.
What for?
That's his own business. And if you're smart, you'll keep your big nose out of it.
Is you telling me?
Alice, You're down early, my dear. Permit me. My wife, Madame Sangley. Mr. Summers, Mr. McCarthy, our guests.
How do you do, Madame Sangley?
Howdy. My wife isn't quite herself. She suffers from a strange malady which I'm trying to cure. Here is a peculiar case in contrast to that of the zombies, which your servant claims to have seen, where supposedly they are dead, yet retain a certain amount of animation. She lives, yet walks in the land of those beyond. Forgive us if we intruded. I didn't know you preferred drinking alone.
I was a little nervous. I thought it might make me feel better.
Of course. Permit me. Mr. Summers, Mr. McCarthy, Miss Barbara Winslow, my niece.
By marriage. The doctor... my uncle has told me of your unfortunate accident. How long do you suppose it will take you to repair the plane and leave?
Barbara, how can you talk of leaving to our guests when they have only just arrived?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
You see, my niece doesn't like this little island. She can only think of it in terms of departure.
Any place that don't set well with me, miss, I ups and leaves.
Unfortunately, that's easier said than done. None may leave this island if he so chooses.
How's that?
Oh, of course, I'm only speaking about myself and my family. You see, we are Austrian refugees, had to flee without passports. We had no choice.
But we're different, huh?
Naturally. You wouldn't be on this island if it hadn't been for your crash. Isn't it so, Mr. Summers?
Well, that's about the size of it. I'm beginning to think these islands are bad luck for planes.
Oh, I don't understand.
About a week ago, one of our Navy planes disappeared in the same region.
Oh, anyone of importance?
Yep. Admiral Wainwright, one of our ranking admirals.
He was on his way to Panama, mission of some sort for the government.
How unfortunate. Well, of course, I will inform the natives first thing in the morning, and if they can learn of your admiral, I will certainly let you know.
Thank you, Doctor.
Excuse me. I see you take an interest in my collection.
Yeah, they are kind of curious.
They constitute my hobby, gathered from all over the world. Relics, symbols of black magic, lycanthropy, voodoo.
That's so.
Why so? You are Irish, are you not?
Sure, anybody can see that.
Well, that should be of special interest to you. Why me? Because it comes from your country. The ceremonial mask worn by the ancient Druid high priests during the rites of transmigration.
Transmigration?
Yes, it means the transfer of the soul of the dead to the body of the living.
Ain't that kind of tough on the living?
Perhaps so. But I know of many who would benefit by a new soul.
Lots of people don't believe in that junk anymore, Doc.
Well, I hear that in Ireland a good many do.
I don't know about that.
Dinner is served.
Very interesting, Mr. McCarthy, isn't it?
Very.
The inconvenience of the material body always demanding to be fed. Come, my dear.
The idea of me doing skullduggery in the kitchen. Why, that ain't no business for a man who used to resorting with big shots.
Who you trying to fool? Well, the only big shot around these here parts is Dr. Sangley. And I sure know you ain't no pal of his'n.
I don't intend to be. Why, that Dr. Sangley is a little shot compared with Mr. Bill.
Well, say.
I said. And you know why?
Did you hear me inquire?
It's a secret. But I'll tell you if you promise not to tell a living soul.
Oh, I won't. Leastwise, not no living soul.
Leastwise? Why, woman, is you keeping company with a zombie?
Does I look like a widow? What's the secret about Mr. Bill?
Well, he's on a little special business for the government.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to send him all the way to the Bahamas.
Something about that. Jahama. Nakabani.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
It's most 12 o'clock. The witching hour.
Witching hour? What do that mean?
It means you better be in bed or the Hanks will get you.
Hanks? Hanks?
It's their feeding time, and they like stock meat.
Dog meat? You don't have to play no second chord for me to find out who that means. Where's that bed?
You stay here.
Oh, mister, I got a date with a dream.
You stay here.
Oh, couldn't we flip a coin or something to see if I stay or else?
Pay no attention to anything you see or hear.
Pleasant dreams. Nighty-night, sugar pie.
Remember.
How can I forget to remember? Don't worry, mister. I couldn't get out of here if I wanted to. Boy, I was petrified. Where there's light, there's hope. Boy, I need all the hopes that I can dig up tonight. I sure wish I'd learned to burn a candle on both ends. There's no like it. If I just had me a couple of Lenox Avenue streetlights, I could really sleep. Witching hour, feeding time for the hands, and I'm caught in the kitchen. My goodness, fire eaters. Don't come close to me. I ain't no filming you.
Hey, gentlemen.
Good night, Doctor.
Mr. Bill, they're after me.
Now what?
The zombies, they've been trying to get me.
Again? Is your servant always like that, Mr. Summers?
This ain't no laughing matter, Dr. Sanders. You fooled me once before, but you can't do it this time because I seen him with my own eyes.
He seems to be troubled with hallucinations.
No, sir. Zombies, that's what I'm troubled with. You know what, Mr. Bill? Why, they tried to have me for dinner.
Nonsense. Zombies don't eat meat.
That ain't the way I heard it.
Oh, the crack-up must have given him a concussion. You'll be all right in the morning, Jeff, as soon as you have a good night's rest.
You right about me needing rest, but I can't get it sleeping down there in that morgue.
Now you can stay up here with us.
Mr. Bill, them is the joyfulest words that I ever heard.
Oh, we have so much room in this house, there's no need for him to sleep here. I'll give him an opiate.
You ain't giving me nothing.
But this is so irregular.
Let him stay here, Doc. I know how he feels, and I don't blame him a bit.
Oh, forgive me. I forgot. After all, he is your servant. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Doc.
Good gracious on me.
This joint gives me the willies.
I second the motion.
Well, I'm not crazy about it either, but there's nothing you can do about it.
That's what you think. Nobody leaves this island, huh? Well, I'm getting off it if I have to swim.
And me right behind you. You know that Dr. Sanders has got the hex on us.
Now you're both jumping at your own shadows.
Shadows? I don't throw them kind of shadows that I saw down in that kitchen. Why, Mr. Bill, this place is zombified, but good.
Dance, baby, dance, come and dance with me. Hear the beat of the pounding steam. Ride, baby, ride, come and ride with me. Let your feet go easy.
What do you make of this? Where does the other end go? It dumps into the ocean.
It looks exactly like the South American Fantigua fish. I hope you can take one alive, Sheriff.
I still believe that a human clawed that girl to death. The Beach Girls and the Monster, starring John Hall, Sue Casey, and the glamorous Watusi dancing girls from Hollywood's famed Whiskey A Go-Go nightclub. Music by Frank Sinatra Jr.
You got a monster in the surf.
Chicks, do you have a problem? You won't have after you meet the monster on the beach. If you see this ghoul, play it cool. Beauties in bikinis, laughing, singing, surfing, sinning. Beach party lovers making hey hey in the moonlight while the monster waits and watches. Yeah. This one will kill you.
Now back to King of the Zombies, as Jeff, the only one smart enough to realize there's weird things going on there, makes a little headway in convincing the others that they are in grave danger. This film, produced in 1941, contains outdated and objectionable depictions of black individuals and culture. It is, as all entertainment, a product of its time, and not of today.
Why, Mr. Bill, this place is zombified, but good.
Ah, forget it, Jeff.
There may be something to that zombie gag, Bill. I've heard of them.
Ah, go on. When a man's dead, he's dead.
But supposing he's dead and don't know it.
Forget it, will you, Jeff? I'm going to bed.
Where am I going to sleep?
I'll sleep there on the couch.
Right over here?
Hey. What's that?
That's a generator as sure as there's shamrocks in Ireland.
Maybe it's for the electric lights.
Have you seen electric lights around here?
Maybe they ain't screwed them in yet.
There's only one reason for a generator to be on this island. Radio.
I don't get it. Why would he lie about the radio when...
That's one of the things that got me mixed up. But let me tell you this. If we live through the night and that radio on the plane is okay, I'm going to camp on it tomorrow like scare up a gunboat.
And then it was ants, and now it's a lady ghost. She come right through that wall.
Now, look, Jeff, the first couple of times was funny, but now you're going too far.
Oh, no, I ain't, Mr. Bill. She walked right through that wall.
Oh, it's your imagination. Go on back to bed.
Imagination? Why, Mr. Bill, my imagination ain't that strong. Why, imagination couldn't drop this, could it? Look at that.
What is it? It's an earring. Where did you say she went?
She walked right through that wall, just like it wasn't there. Right here, Mr. Bill. I'll show it to you, too. She walked right through this wall here, and don't ask me how she done it.
It's solid as a rock. That gets me. Any idea who she was?
I didn't ask the lady her name. I was doing pretty good just looking.
What do you say, Bill? You still think he's crazy?
Well, I'll tell you better in the morning. Now, next time you see anything like that, hang on to it.
If I do, it's got to catch up with me first.
Nothing doing. Looks like even the doorknobs are haunted around this joint.
Well, I'm going to find out what this is all about right now.
Oh, Mr. Bill, with all these hats around here, does we have to go looking for them?
Well, you can stay here, Jeff.
No, sir. Wherever thou goes, I'll go. I hope it ain't too far.
Well, keep your eyes open.
Let's have a look downstairs.
You don't mean 3 ways. Mr. Bill, I think 2 is better.
Look, Jeff, where did you say you saw those things?
Oh, Mr. Bill, you ain't going down in that zombie nest.
Where is it?
Oh, back in the kitchen.
That's for me. All right, I'll look around up here.
Okay, come on, Jim. Who, me? No, sir. Oh, Mr. Mac, I ain't got no business down there.
Pipe down. You gotta show me the way.
Does I have to? Can I draw you a map or something?
Oh, go ahead, Jeff. You're wasting your time.
Oh, my goodness. Right out of the skillet into the frying pan. I couldn't win tonight if I had crooked back. Never had it, sir.
It's you. Do you always sneak up on people like that?
Not always. Tonight it seems to be the custom. I thought I'd return your call. You mind?
My call?
It's rather late for research, isn't it?
There were some things I had to know.
So I noticed. When you want to know a thing, you really go after it, don't you?
Would you mind please telling me what you're driving at?
Not at all. This prowling act of yours, what's the idea?
Oh, it's my aunt. I'm so worried about her.
She is hypnotized, isn't she?
I don't know. I think so. You don't think I did it, do you?
Well, I'm in no position to accuse anybody of anything.
Look, Mr. Summers, I've got to get my aunt off this island. She's been this way ever since she came here. I'm afraid if we don't do something soon, something dreadful is going to happen to all of us.
Well, I've got to trust somebody around here, that's a cinch. But in order to help you, you've got to help us.
Oh, I'll do anything. Anything I can.
Well, we think Dr. Sangre has a radio transmitter concealed on this island.
I've thought that for a long while. I don't know where he keeps it, but there must be one because he's always getting messages from somewhere.
You think you could find it?
I'll try.
Swell.
We better get back to our rooms. Is there anything else?
Not now.
I'll see you in the morning.
Where'd those zombies come from?
They didn't. They sprouted. Just like mushrooms.
With a description like that, they ought to be very easy to find.
That's just what I'm afraid of.
Now, let's have a look around.
Not me. I'm gonna stay right here. The tropic sure gives a man a color. Don't do that, Mr. Mack. You know my heart can't stand it. You know one thing, Mr. Mack, you see? Wow! Mr. Mack! Mr. Bill, the zombies got Mr. Mack.
You all right, Mac? Yeah, looks like I pulled another Brannigan.
That's not so bad. It's just a bump.
Yeah, 2 cracks on the bean in one night. How am I doing?
I heard someone cry out.
It was me, and I wasn't dreaming.
Oh, yes, we thought we heard something, Doctor. We came down here to investigate.
So?
Yeah, I got tangled up with one of your 8 men and got the worst of the argument.
Too bad. I should have warned you. Some of my servants act as guards at night.
You sure it wasn't a zombie?
Ridiculous.
Well, he knows it wasn't a zombie, Doctor. It was our fault. We should have taken your advice and stayed where we belonged.
You're a sensible man, Mr. Summers.
Oh, let's go back to bed, fellas. I'm sorry. This won't happen again.
I really do hope that Summers guy is just playing it cool and that he realizes something weird is going on. I mean, He must, right? He's got to know something weird is happening. Oh, and speaking of weird happenings.
From the depths of hell comes The Devil's Messenger, starring the master of mystery Lon Chaney and Karen Cannon.
You could leave my message. You'd have to go back. Up there.
No, I can't. I won't go back.
You deliver that to a Mr. Donald Powell. Don't be afraid of me.
The Devil's Messenger delivers gifts from hell, turning man into a ravaging beast.
I took a picture of that old farmhouse. There's nobody in the picture. You saw it. Was there anybody in it?
No, there wasn't.
Somebody has come out of that house, and they're coming toward me.
Back from the dead, his lovely victim seeks revenge for her horrible death at the hands of a man driven mad by a gift from hell. Trapped in her icy tomb until the Devil's Messenger exposed her nakedness in her crystal prison.
Now let's get down to it.
She becomes the object of a scientist's lust. His consuming desire for her drives him to commit murder to keep her for himself. Not since Eve received the apple have gifts inflicted such unnatural consequences.
Tonight at midnight, you will be dead.
Just how do you intend to kill me?
I have no idea. I don't even know you.
The crystal ball foreshadows doom, for it is the plaything of the devil, and only he can change the events it foresees. You must see what the Devil's Messenger has in store for you.
You know, this dump don't look half bad in the daylight.
Yeah, it almost makes last night seem like it didn't happen.
Don't kid yourself. That earring happened.
You know, I'm beginning to believe this thing was dropped on purpose.
Good morning.
Good morning. Howdy. I think you dropped this last night.
That? Oh, no, that belongs to my aunt. I'm so glad I was able to find you alone. There's something I've got to tell you.
What is it?
It's about last night. There's a...
Good morning. Having an interesting conversation, my dear?
Miss Winslow was just telling us about your island.
That's right.
How thoughtful of her. Did you sleep well last night?
Well as we could with the storm and all.
Good. I took the liberty of having some breakfast sent to your room. I hope you didn't mind.
Not at all. It was an unexpected treat.
You seem to admire my wife's earrings.
Oh, I was just,
My wedding present to her.
Very unique.
Quite so. I dare say there's not another pair like them in the world.
Really?
They were among the few possessions which we were allowed to take out of the old country.
You don't say.
Well, while you are here, I want you to feel perfectly at ease and do as you like. What are your plans for today?
I'm going down and take a look at the plane.
Yes, we're anxious to see what damage was done by the crash last night.
I see.
Would you care to join us, Miss Winslow?
Oh, I would love to.
No. That would be quite impossible. My niece assists me as my secretary. We have a lot of work to do, my dear.
Some other time, perhaps.
Certainly. Shall we go, Mac?
I'm all for it.
Enjoy yourselves. But don't forget luncheon at noon.
Thanks, Doctor.
Bill, let's have a look at that earring.
They're the same, all right.
The only pair like them in the world, huh? I don't get it.
Neither do I. Barbara didn't drop it. Madame Sangre couldn't have, apparently. Who did?
This is the most cockeyed racket I ever bumped into.
Well, I'm for getting out of it as quick as possible. Let's get the radio started. Bill.
Look there.
What about it?
Ain't that a fresh grave?
So what? You're in a cemetery where it's customary to bury people in fresh graves.
Yeah, but that's been dug since the storm last night.
Listen, are you getting those zombies on your mind, too? You and Jeff make a great pair.
You still don't get it. Take a look at that headstone. That guy was buried over a week ago, and somebody must have dug him up.
Come on.
Boy, will I be glad to get away from this joint. Well, it could have been worse. Hey, Mac, come here. What's the matter? Is it busted? How do you like that?
Somebody's dismantled it.
Dismantled it? I'll say they have. What next on this Devil's Island?
Mac, we're in a spot. I don't know why, but somebody's trying to hold us here.
Trying to hold us, is it? That Dr. Sangre and his droids and his zombies? He better not try to pull any of his black magic on me.
Calm down, Mac. Raving isn't going to get us anywhere.
I'm going to find that, Doc.
Are you crazy? Do anything now to make him suspicious? No telling what he might do. Take it easy until we find out what he's up to.
Well, maybe you're right. But there's one thing I can do, and I'm going to do it right now.
I said take it easy.
All I'm going to do is try and find that generator we heard humming last night.
Hey, that's an idea. The old man's got a radio hidden away someplace. We could sure use it. Let's go.
You better let me handle this. Like you said, we don't want to make anybody suspicious. And with two of us snooping around, it mightn't look so hot.
Okay. I'll go back to the house and try to get Barbara away from Doc long enough to find out what she was trying to tell us. Think you can handle it alone?
A cinch. It's right up my alley. My old man used to be a cop.
Tahama.
Yes, master.
How much longer?
Soon, master, soon. Voodoo magic works slow, but it is sure.
The Admiral has fainted. Your magic is no good. It puts him to sleep.
I am Mamalai, high voodoo priestess. I sent him in trance, so he talk.
Too slow. He has valuable information, which we must have at once. The three men upstairs may be in the Secret Service. You must make him talk, Tahama. Dr. Sangre ruft X402. Dr. Sangre ruft X402.
Have another piece of pie, honey lamb?
Already had 2.
You already had 6, but does you want another one?
Well, if you insist.
Boy, you're the most pious man I ever did see.
Ain't it the truth?
I bet you none of them gals in Harlem never baked you no pie like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you ain't so smart. I had me a beau once, and he wasn't no common old valet like you neither.
That's so.
He was an ex-porter.
Ex-porter?
That's right.
Now, that's fine. What did he handle?
Bags. On the Pullman train.
What become of him?
He was killed by a revolving crane.
A revolving crane? Mm-hmm. Y'all sure have some fierce birds around this country. Do you miss him much?
Not much. I sees him every now and then.
Who's that?
Well, he's Lazarus. That zombie you met last night.
Oh, Lazarus, that boy? Hmm?
Jeff.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Bill. You sure give me a turn.
Have you seen Mac? He's been missing since early this morning.
No, sir, I ain't seen him. You don't think nothing happened to him?
I don't know what to think.
Don't mind me, Mr. Bill. I'm on your side.
You think we better go look for him?
All right. Before we go, run upstairs and get my gun in the bag, will you?
Well, you gonna shoot somebody?
No, don't ask any questions. Meet me in the library.
Yes, sir. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Doctor, I'm in the wrong room. No, I ain't either. This is Mr. Bill's room. What you doing going through his bag?
Jeff, I was looking for you.
Looking for me? In there?
I've got something to show you.
You got something to show me?
That's right.
I know, Mr. Doctor, but I got business elsewhere.
Nonsense. This is far more important.
Oh, not to me, Mr. Doctor. What is the matter? Shh. Oh, Doctor. That's where that lady went.
What lady?
The ghost lady.
The ghost lady?
Yes, she went right through there.
Come.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Sandra. Mr. Bill ain't gonna like this. Where's you taking me?
What?
Where's we going?
Jeff, get a move on. We got... You again. What are you doing in here? Where's Jeff?
I wouldn't know, sir.
It's gone. You know about this, you devil. Give me that gun.
I have no gun, sir.
Don't lie to me. Somebody has. Where's Jeff? Where is he? And Mac, what's happened to him?
I wouldn't know, sir.
You're going to tell me I'll...
I said I wouldn't know, sir.
You wouldn't spill it if you didn't know. I'm going to find him if I have to search every inch of this island.
Yes, sir.
Believe it or not, this film was actually nominated for an Oscar. In 1942, it was nominated for Best Original Score. Well, we knew it wasn't for acting. And speaking of acting, Bela Lugosi was originally intended to play Dr. Sangre, but was unavailable for the role. So the producers then pursued Peter Lorre for the part, but couldn't get him either. So we got Henry Victor. Now, Mr. Victor's most notable genre role was as Hercules the Strongman in the 1932 Todd Browning classic, Freaks. We'll be right back.
Feed me food.
Oh, take it easy, Dracula. What do you think I'm carrying here, my dirty laundry?
Where a man-eating, talking plant gives homicide something to think about.
I didn't do it.
Do what?
Whatever.
Ever see this man?
Man, see picture.
Why are you so nervous?
Oh, boy, you kiss good, Audrey.
Oh, I guess I just have a good kisser.
Now you will do as I say.
Yes, master.
You will go out and find me some food.
Yes, master.
What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Too bony.
Too bony? Nobody ever told me that before.
Beef is better than veal.
Ah, you're such a dodo. What do you call this? Chopped liver?
Why'd you set up the brake? Because I can use you. This machine utilizes X-ray, ultraviolet, and alpha, beta, and omega rays.
This man is a killer. Mad with dreams of fantastic power.
We're conducting experiments requiring fissionable materials.
That's atom bomb stuff. The government has that locked up tighter than Fort Knox.
You'll work for us faithfully, or you'll be turned over to the authorities. I understand there's a reward of $5,000 on your head.
No money is safe. No man is safe. Nothing stops the amazing transparent man. Into army-guarded secret government vaults he goes, stealing confidential nuclear material, holding in his unseen hands the key to world power. But the amazing transparent man wants first vengeance.
If I choke you hard enough, you'll bring me back.
As we return to King of the Zombies, Jeff has been taken by the evil Dr. Sangre and is about to be zombied. He's about to be zombigated. Be zombied? Made zomberific. This film, produced in 1941, contains outdated and objectionable depictions of black individuals and culture. It is, as all entertainment, a product of its time, and not of today.
Look at this watch. See it move. Watch it. You have seen nothing. You know nothing. Repeat after me. I have seen nothing. I know nothing.
I have seen nothing. I knows nothing.
I don't even know my name.
I don't even know my name.
I am dead.
I is.
Repeat. I am dead.
I am dead.
I am dead. I have returned to the land of the living. I am a zombie. I am a zombie. I am a zombie.
I am a zombie. I am a zombie. I am a zombie.
Get over there where you belong.
Yes, sir. Move over, boys. I'm one of the gang now.
Mac! Jeff! Mac! Mac, where are you? Jeff!
No. 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 Aunt Alice, think. Think hard. Remember. Try to remember. Oh, you've got to get over this. You must speak to me. You must. No.
So you're mixed up in this mess, too.
Oh, no, I was only trying to...
I know what you were trying to do. I thought Dr. Sangre was responsible for that. Now I see it's you.
No, I'm only trying to undo what already has been done.
By hypnotizing her still further?
But it's the only way. You must believe me.
I wouldn't believe you or anybody else in this madhouse. I suppose next you and your vultures will be after me.
Next?
Don't pretend that you don't know what happened to Jeff and Mac.
I know it. Look.
Mac! He's sick. Get some brandy. Mac, tell me what's the matter. What happened? Where have you been? It doesn't do any good. Well, I hope you're satisfied.
No, I think...
I saw your friend enter from the jungle. Is anything the matter?
What do you think?
Well, let's have a look. I was afraid of that. He has contracted a very rare and dangerous jungle fever.
Is that so?
It paralyzes the motor region of his brain. He must have medical attention at once.
But you're a doctor. See what you can do about it.
I'm sorry, it's beyond my powers.
I thought so. You're going to let him die.
Not at all.
There's a native doctor in the village who knows more about this than I do. We'll send for him at once.
I see.
Find Mamba and send for Dr. Kui.
Yes, Doctor.
You'd better put him to bed. Mr. Summers, this is Dr. Kui.
Charmed, Mr. Summers, I'm sure.
How do you do, Doctor? Dr. Kui was educated in your country, America.
Precisely. This is the patient, I presume?
Yes, make it snappy, will you, Doctor?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do.
Nothing? Are you sure?
Positive. This man has been dead since morning. I'm profoundly sorry about the death of your friend, Mr. Summers.
Has to be, I suppose. Did you have to bury him so soon?
It was out of my hands. The local law insists. The climate and something even worse makes it necessary.
You mean this voodoo zombie business, huh?
This voodoo magic is far more real than you think, Mr. Summers. You heard what Dr. Kui had to say.
No, but that's impossible. He's dead since morning.
Things like that have happened before on this island. There are even whisperings going on among the natives that he was bewitched.
Bewitched? But why? What for?
Maybe for prying into things that did not concern him.
Moment bitte, Doctor.
Come sofort. Excuse me. What is it?
The radio. Word has just come through. They must have the Admiral's information at once.
We've got to make them talk.
We might perform the ceremony.
The rites of transmigration. Get everything ready. Inform Tahama. And get Madame Sangri to the dungeon.
Madame Sangri?
You have me. Hurry.
Tahama, the ceremony später unten.
I'll be right along. I'll have to go. You've got to feed the zombies.
Me? I can't stand zombies, and you knows it.
Do as you're told. And you'd better set another plate. For we're going to have company for dinner.
Company? You mean there's a new one?
That's right. The Irishman from upstairs.
I do declare. Imagine us having a white zombie for dinner.
For Kid Zom.
What you doing in that lineup?
Don't bother me, woman. Can't you see ours a has-been?
A zombie?
Nothing else but. And don't ask me my name, because I don't know. I don't know nothing.
You ain't no zombie. Zombies can't talk.
Can I help it because I'm loquacious?
How'd you get this way?
I ain't telling nothing. All I know is that I joined the club. And as a member, I has privileges.
What privileges?
Privileges to get fed.
That ain't no new development with you.
Woman, where's my food?
There it is. Help yourself.
Come and get it.
Where's the white one?
What white one?
The one who flew the plane you come in. He's also one of the new recruits.
The only one I know about is the boys in my squad. Is this the best food you got?
The best? For zombies, that am the 6-bit deluxe special.
Just being a zombie sure is a drawback. Why the salt?
You eats that the way it is and likes it. Zombies ain't supposed to use salt.
I thought you said...
I changed my mind.
That's more like it. Take it easy there, woman. I ain't no heroin.
Now eat.
Ooh, what is you trying to do, poison me?
How's you feeling?
How should I feel?
You ain't feeling dead, is you? Because if you is, then you's a zombie.
And if I ain't?
Then you ain't no zombie. The rule says if a zombie uses salt, he dries up and gets dead again.
How do I look? How do I look?
Take a look for yourself.
Well, according to this, I ain't dead.
That's all I want to know. Then you ain't no zombie.
How you know?
Because when a zombie looks in the mirror, he don't see nothing.
That's me, all right. Well, I ain't no zombie after all. If I ain't no zombie, and there is, what am I doing here? What am I...
Hey, where you going?
I know that last segment especially was full of old black stereotypes, but as I said before, this film was made in 1941 when these things were prevalent. But Mantan Moreland's performance is still quite funny, and look, if you suddenly realized you were not a zombie and found yourself at a table full of zombies, wouldn't you do this too?
If I ain't no zombie, and there is, what am I doing here? What am I...
Hey, where you going?
Yeah, I thought so.
I am Sir George, possessor of the magic sword. By its powers, I will lead you on the 7 great adventures, each one mightier than the other. Together we will go where no man has ever gone, into the land of terror itself, where the Superman of evil is king.
Let no man face my 7 curses and reach the dragon's lair.
Together we will dare the demons of the green flame. See the white-hot face of the fiery rock. Enter the mammoth cave that closes behind you, where humans are trapped, entombed. Brave the volcanic inferno of the boiling crater. See the miracle of the magic sword. Battle the gigantic ogre. Gaze into the magic pool. See the enchanted beauty, enslaved by the master of the black arts. Meet Sybil, the weirdest witch who ever brewed up a cauldron of spells.
I wonder what Sybil's cooking up.
Witches of headaches, blacker than black, demons of shame, left on the rack.
See the attempted rescue from the sorcerer's castle. See the terrors of the dungeon torture chamber. See the terrifying fate of the shrunken people, cast under an evil spell by Lodak, greatest magician of them all. See the 2-headed dragon of Lodak that no mortal ever faced and lived. You will be thrilled to the hilt by the magic sword, none like it since the world began. A 2,000-year-old legend Hollywood waited until now to tell. The magic sword.
And now, on to the conclusion of King of the Zombies, as Jeff has just realized Dr. Sangre's zombification, bezombiment, zombigation? He's not zomberific anymore.
Jeff, where have you been? What are you doing coming out of there?
One at a time, Mr. Bill. I've just been reincarnated.
You what?
I just got de-zombified.
De-zombified, that's it.
That's the facts, Mr. Bill, but that's all I remember.
Jeff, you've got to remember. These zombies, did you see any of them?
I just got through eating dinner with them.
Were any of them white?
Why do you ask me that? Samantha asked me the same thing down in the kitchen.
No, I was just thinking of Mac. They were in such a hurry to bury him.
Bury him? Is Mr. Mac dead? My goodness. Maybe he's the one that,
The one? Go on. What one?
I was digging in a graveyard. Can you imagine me digging in a graveyard?
What about the graveyard?
No. That couldn't have been me.
Oh, but Jeff, you've got...
What was that?
Sounded like a woman's scream.
What one?
I don't know, but it sounded like Barbara. I'll get the flashlight.
Off again.
Down here.
I'm coming. Hard in it.
This way.
Madame Sangre.
That's what you got for trying to warn us. And whoever did it can't be far away.
You mean can't be too far away?
Jeff, look.
Eyes, if you look, I ain't responsible for nothing you sees. Oh. Mr. Bill, ain't that a coffin?
It's Max.
You don't think he done joined up with the zombies, do you?
I don't know. But if that Sangre thinks he can use Max's body to...
What's the matter?
Listen. What does that sound like to you?
I don't know, but it ain't Gene Krupa.
It's the same drums we heard the other night. Voodoo drums. We gotta find them.
Oh, Mr. Bill, ain't we found enough in one day?
After this, there's no telling what he's up to. Mac might be... Oh, come on.
I'm coming. Mr. Bill, does we have to do this?
Quiet, Jeff.
I ain't said a word.
In there. I won't budge. Jeff, you were down here. Don't you remember how you got in?
I can't remember.
Think hard, Jeff. We got to get in there.
Let me think.
Zombies!
Admiral. Admiral.
Admiral Wainwright, what were your orders?
Go. To go.
Stop! Stop! Mamba, you fool! She was just going to talk.
Unbelievers! Outsiders come in.
Get them!
Mac, go back. It's Bill. Bill Summers, your pal. Go back. Mac, go back.
Stop! Stop them!
Did you contact the Coast Guard all right, Admiral?
They'll be aboard here for us in the morning. So how's your friend?
Those bullets didn't help him any. He'll need a little patching up when that Coast Guard cutter gets here. But he says he's raring to go again. Hey, by the way, how did that insane doctor manage to get you on this island?
Well, he brought our plane down with a false radio beam. Killed the crew and tortured me to get information about our canal zone fortifications for his government. He didn't succeed at first. And then he decided to try this voodoo business.
Oh, you mean those rites of transmigration he talked about?
Yes, that's right. You see, he tried to transfer the Admiral's information to my brain. He was completely mad on the subject of hypnotism. Half the island was under his spell.
First, he tried to use Madame Sangre as a subject. And when she broke under the strain, he used Barbara. I hate to think what might have happened if you hadn't turned those zombies against him.
You and me both. If there's one thing that I wouldn't want to be twice, zombies is both of them.
Those bullets didn't help him any. What? 3 shots, point blank. How did he survive? And how come Jeff just snapped out of his zombification on his own? I mean, why? You know, the racial depictions in this film weren't the only problem they had.
Bound by no earthly law, possessing weird and enormous powers, these strange teenagers from outer space invade the Earth and prepare to possess its women. Nothing can stop their deadly advance. Earthmen are no match for their superhuman powers. They blast the flesh off humans. A moment before, she was a beautiful young girl. Now, she's a skeleton.
Well, that was a short film, so now I have a couple of surprises for you. Very much in line with this film, a solid performance from a black artist depicted in the outdated mold of racial stereotypes of the past, we have a cartoon for you with a classic performance from a breakthrough jazz artist. The great Louis Armstrong, one of the most influential musicians of his day, performs the classic and lethal tune, I'll Be Glad When You're Dead, while being animated as a tribal headhunter. The past, what can I say? Here, from 1932, is the Betty Boop cartoon, I'll Be Glad When You're Dead, You Rascal You.
This way, I tell you, look this way. I saw them. That direction, out that way. Oh,
let's go look
okay,
for
then
them.
we'll find out. And I'll tell you, I saw them go this way. Watch these steps. Look, Audrey, there. This way.
This way.
This way.
Oh, wait till I get those babies. I'll tell you, I'll break them in two. Wait till you see, I'll take them this way and that way. I'll make a hash and a bologna out of them. Wait till you see, I'll make it so hot for them. Wait till I see how hot I can...
I'll be glad when you're dead, Wrackin. Oh, Wrackin. Boy, I brought you into my home. You wouldn't leave my wife alone. I'll be glad when you're dead, Wrackin. Now, I'll be glad when you're dead, Wrackin. I'll be tickled to death when you leave the go with your dog. I took you for my friend. Where you bit me in the back was a sin. You ain't no good, you Wrackin, you. Look out there. Yeah. All right, then. Look out here, dog. I tell you, it was a butter, boy. Lightly. As I said before, I'll be glad when you do it, Wrackin, you. Boy, when you lay 6 feet deep, no more fried chicken when you eat all your dog. I know that'll break your heart. Look out there now. Yeah. Go back to sleep, man. Oh, I'm talking about you, brother. Yeah, look. I'm gonna talk about you. Yeah. Right there.
Won't this ever stop?
Yeah. what is it that you got that makes my wife think you hot? Oh, you don't. Well, bought my wife a bottle of Coca-Cola so you could play on her Victrola. Ah, you don't. Yes, sir. Look like these cats trying to cut me a solo. Oh, but I'm ready. I'm ready. When you're dead, you rascal, you.
Assume the position and open your minds wide. It's time for your cranial cavity search. Yes, my lords and ladies, the cranial cavity search. Here's a chance for all you great geeks out there to prove your geek cred by showing what you know. And tonight's cranial cavity search question is: actor Dwayne Jones starred as Ben in the seminal 1968 zombie film Night of the Living Dead. 5 years later, he starred in a very controversial and unique vampire film. What was the title of that film? A. The Eternal Heart. B. Blood of the Pharaohs. C. A Vampire Speaks. Or D. Ganja and Hess. What was the title of this unusual vampire film that starred Dwayne Jones? We'll find out after these very usual messages. And the answer to tonight's cranial cavity search question: what was the title of the unusual vampire film Dwayne Jones starred in? It was D. Ganja and Hess. Yes, Ganja and Hess from 1973. A vampire film born of the blaxploitation trend of the early 70s. that came out an artful and thought-provoking examination of vampirism and morality. Jones plays Dr. Hess Green, a famous anthropologist who craves blood after being stabbed with an African ceremonial knife. Now, that was a very simplistic description of this great film, and I highly recommend seeing it. Now, it's not for kids by any stretch, but it is a great film. Ha ha! Well, my lords and ladies, to round out our evening, here is a nightcap of some classic trailers.
It's Lord Blood-Rah's Tremulous Trailers.
When an animal attacks a human, there's bound to be a lot of noise.
But I, as a scientist, take many things into consideration a layman might overlook.
Ever smelled anything like this before? Found it in Don Morton's bathroom.
Well, yes. That's the same stuff that's been on every one of the Devil Bat's victims.
All four of the murdered people had this lotion on them when the Devil Bat struck.
Layton, I'm afraid all these murders have affected your mind.
Now, my plan is to sit in the garden, and when the killer makes one of those power dives, I'll blast him.
Tonight you have work to do. It's time you were on your way.
And you're invited to my party in the house on Haunted Hill, where so far the ghosts have murdered only 7 people. So won't you come and make it 8? You'll see human heads without bodies. Mysterious pools of blood dripping from the ceiling. The walls move slowly in against you. Don't try to escape, you can't.
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
The ghosts are waiting, so won't you join me in the house on Haunted Hill? Hurry, or you'll be late for your own funeral.
You know, my lords and ladies, with these shorter films, it's sometimes hard to fill out the episodes to a full 2 hours. It can be hard to get the timing right on it, you know? So I only have enough time to say I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to invite... Hey, I wasn't finished! Wait a minute! Hey, somebody get my agent on the phone. This is the last straw.